Seniors and Health warmly welcomes you. When it comes to senior wellness, small shifts often create the biggest results. One overlooked secret? Meal timing. New research shows that simply changing when you eat, not what you eat, can dramatically impact energy, muscle recovery, and even balance. In today's video, we explore how a 90-minute adjustment helped one senior regain strength and surprise her doctors. If you're over 60 and feel tired after meals, this might be the shift your body has been waiting for. At 71, Helen Murray had accepted the morning stiffness and daily fatigue as part of aging. A retired high school teacher living alone in Oregon, she stuck to the same routine for years, waking at 6 a.m., eating breakfast by 6:30. Her meals were healthy: eggs, whole grain toast, and fruit. Yet her muscles felt weak, and even short walks left her winded. One day, after a visit with a nutrition-focused physical therapist, Helen decided to delay breakfast by just 90 minutes. She still drank water and moved gently in the morning, but didn't eat until around 8 a.m. Within 2 weeks, she noticed something odd: her legs didn't feel as heavy. By the end of the month, her afternoon energy soared and her muscles no longer trembled on stairs. Curious, Helen shared her routine change with her doctor, who was surprised by the improvement. Blood work even showed slightly better glucose control. "I didn't change what I ate," Helen told her daughter, "just when I ate it." For the first time in years, she felt more in control of her body, and more hopeful about her future. I'm Dr. Grace Mitchell, a geriatric health expert with over 15 years in senior care. Many older adults don't realize that meal timing, not just food choices, can affect how nutrients are absorbed and used by the body. Delaying breakfast slightly can align better with hormonal rhythms, improve muscle protein synthesis, and even reduce inflammation. It's a small shift, but in senior wellness, the timing of meals can be just as critical as the meals themselves. Most seniors focus on what they eat, but rarely on when they eat. Yet new research suggests that meal timing plays a powerful role in senior wellness, especially when it comes to maintaining muscle strength, energy, and metabolic balance. As the body ages, circadian rhythms shift, digestion slows, and hormonal responses change. Eating too early or too late can quietly disrupt these processes, leading to fatigue, weaker muscles, and poor nutrient absorption over time. This video explores how one simple adjustment, changing meal timing by 90 minutes, can lead to measurable improvements in strength, clarity, and stability for older adults. You'll learn the science behind these changes, discover common timing mistakes, and get practical tips for gently shifting your routine. If you've been eating well but still feeling sluggish or weak, this might be the missing piece. Sometimes, the clock matters just as much as the plate. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to timing, especially when it comes to eating. While younger people can eat irregularly without feeling immediate consequences, seniors often feel the effects of poor meal timing in subtle but real ways: bloating, fatigue, muscle weakness, and unstable energy. The reason lies in something called the circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. This system controls everything from digestion to hormone production. After 60, these rhythms shift: melatonin rises earlier, cortisol peaks sooner, and insulin sensitivity changes. That means when you eat matters just as much as what you eat. For example, eating too early in the morning, before your body is fully awake, can lead to sluggish digestion and incomplete nutrient absorption. On the other hand, eating too late can interfere with sleep, leading to poor muscle recovery overnight. Both extremes can wear down your strength over time. Also, protein synthesis, the process that rebuilds muscle, is more efficient when meals are aligned with active hours. If you eat your main protein meal too early, your body may not use it optimally, especially if you're still metabolically asleep. This is why adjusting your breakfast or lunch by even 60 to 90 minutes can have major effects. When meals are better timed with your body's peak metabolic hours, usually mid to late morning, you absorb nutrients more efficiently, reduce inflammation, and support stronger muscles. In senior wellness, these small tweaks become powerful tools. Rather than adding new medications or complex regimens, something as gentle as shifting breakfast forward may support strength, focus, and energy, day by day. To understand why timing matters so much, we need to look at the hormonal rhythms that govern your body, particularly cortisol and insulin. These two hormones are key players in energy regulation, blood sugar control, and even muscle repair. Cortisol naturally rises in the early morning, helping you wake up and mobilize energy. But if you eat a heavy meal, especially one high in carbs or protein, too early, cortisol may interfere with digestion. Your body is in a mobilizing mode, not a digest and restore mode. This mismatch can lead to discomfort, sluggishness, or even a blood sugar crash by late morning. Then comes insulin, which helps shuttle nutrients, especially glucose and amino acids, into cells for energy and muscle maintenance. Insulin sensitivity tends to peak mid to late morning for most older adults. Eating your first substantial meal during this window means your body can better use the nutrients for cellular repair, including rebuilding muscle tissue. This is critical for seniors, because age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, accelerates after 60. If your protein is mistimed, consumed when your body isn't ready to absorb it efficiently, much of it may go to waste. By shifting breakfast or your protein-rich meal to a time when insulin and cortisol are balanced, you give your muscles a better chance to absorb what they need. It's not just about eating more protein, it's about giving your body the right environment to use it well. These hormonal rhythms are your body's natural guide. Listening to them, through thoughtful meal timing, can lead to less fatigue, more stable energy, and better physical strength as you age. As muscle mass naturally declines with age, preserving strength becomes a top priority for senior wellness. While most older adults understand the importance of protein, few realize that the timing of protein intake can make or break its effectiveness. Muscles go through cycles of breakdown and repair. To support muscle repair, your body needs a steady and well-timed supply of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. Studies show that consuming protein during your body's peak absorption window, typically between 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. for seniors, leads to better muscle protein synthesis compared to earlier or later intake. Many older adults eat a light breakfast, toast, fruit, or cereal, saving protein for lunch or dinner. But this skips the critical morning window when the body is most ready to use protein efficiently. When protein is delayed or consumed all at once in the evening, the muscles don't get the consistent support they need throughout the day. Instead, aim to include 20 to 30 grams of protein in a mid-morning meal or late breakfast. Think scrambled eggs with spinach, Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or a protein smoothie with almond butter and oats. Pair with a complex carb to aid digestion and energy. This approach doesn't require more food, just smarter timing. Over time, this consistency helps maintain muscle density, improves balance, and reduces the risk of falls. For seniors trying to stay active, mobile, and independent, strategic protein timing is one of the most underrated but powerful tools available. Your body isn't just asking for nutrients, it's asking for them at the right time. Even seniors with the best intentions often make subtle timing mistakes that quietly weaken their health over time. Breakfast, especially, becomes a routine, often done too early, too fast, or too lightly to be effective. One of the most common mistakes? Eating breakfast immediately after waking, often within 15 to 30 minutes. While it might seem responsible to fuel your body, doing so before your digestive system is fully alert can actually cause more harm than good. At this time, cortisol levels are still peaking, which interferes with insulin function. The result? Poor nutrient absorption and unstable blood sugar levels. Another mistake is skipping protein at breakfast, relying on toast, juice, or sweetened cereal. These carb-heavy meals cause a quick energy spike, followed by a crash that leaves seniors tired, irritable, and craving snacks by mid-morning. Worse, they miss the ideal window for muscle repair. Some seniors delay breakfast too long, especially those who practice intermittent fasting without medical guidance. While meal spacing can be beneficial, fasting without proper protein intake can lead to muscle breakdown, especially in aging adults. Lastly, many seniors eat without sunlight exposure or light movement beforehand. Your body needs signals, like daylight and mild activity, to fully transition from a fasting to a digestive state. To correct these habits, wait 60 to 90 minutes after waking to eat, include at least 20 grams of protein, avoid excess sugar, and begin your day with gentle motion or natural light. These small changes align your body with its natural rhythm, and that rhythm is the foundation of strength. Timing isn't just about the clock. It's about giving your body a chance to succeed. Over the past decade, researchers have increasingly turned their attention to chrononutrition, the study of how meal timing affects health. For seniors, the findings are particularly relevant, especially when it comes to muscle preservation and energy balance. A 2022 study from the University of Colorado found that adults over 65 who consumed a protein-rich breakfast between 8:30 and 10:30 a.m. experienced significantly better muscle strength and walking speed than those who ate earlier or later. This benefit was independent of total protein intake, it was the timing that made the difference. Another study published in the journal Nutrients revealed that delaying breakfast by 90 minutes helped align food intake with peak insulin sensitivity, reducing post-meal fatigue and supporting better lean body mass retention in aging adults. In Japan, a group of seniors who shifted their main meal from early breakfast to mid-morning reported less joint stiffness, improved grip strength, and better balance within just 6 weeks. These outcomes weren't tied to supplements or exercise routines, they came purely from changing the clock on meals. What makes this research powerful is its simplicity. It doesn't require fancy diets, calorie counting, or new medications. Instead, it respects the body's internal rhythm, giving food when the body is most ready to use it. For seniors looking to age with strength, these studies confirm that meal timing is no longer just a side note in nutrition. It's a frontline strategy, one that's free, natural, and scientifically sound. Meal timing isn't a trend. It's a tool. And for older adults, it may be the easiest way to reclaim strength and energy. When Helen Murray first heard about changing her breakfast timing, she was skeptical. "I've been eating at 6:30 a.m. for decades," she told her daughter. "Isn't it too late to change now?" But after years of persistent fatigue, tight muscles, and an odd stiffness in her legs by mid-afternoon, she decided to try. Helen began by shifting her breakfast from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. She didn't skip food entirely in the early morning, she drank a large glass of room-temperature water, did 5 minutes of stretching, and took a light walk around her porch. These activities gently signaled to her body, "It's morning, time to wake up." When 8 a.m. arrived, Helen ate her usual breakfast, but with some tweaks. She added an extra egg, swapped her white toast for whole grain, and added a handful of berries. Her meal now had more protein, fiber, and antioxidants, all timed for her body's metabolic peak. By the second week, Helen noticed something surprising: her energy was more stable, and she no longer needed a midday nap. Her muscle stiffness became less noticeable. By the end of the 4th week, even her doctor remarked that her mobility had improved slightly, and her blood sugar readings looked better. What changed? Not her food. Not her activity level. Just the timing. Helen's story shows that even long-standing habits can be shifted gently, and the body often responds faster than expected. For seniors who feel like time is working against them, aligning meals with the body's rhythm may offer a renewed sense of control and vitality. Your body still listens. Sometimes, all it takes is speaking in its own language, through timing. For many seniors, the idea of changing long-standing eating habits can feel overwhelming. But shifting your meal timing doesn't require drastic moves. In fact, gentle and consistent steps tend to be the most sustainable and effective for senior wellness. Start by adjusting breakfast 15 minutes later every 3 to 4 days. This slow shift gives your digestive system and circadian rhythm time to adapt without stress. Use that early morning space to hydrate, stretch, or simply sit by a sunny window. Sunlight helps regulate the body's natural rhythm. Next, ensure your delayed meal is nutrient-rich. Include at least 20 grams of protein, healthy fats, like avocado or nuts, and fiber from whole grains or fruit. This combination supports muscle repair, balances blood sugar, and keeps you full longer. Avoid caffeine or sugar on an empty stomach. If you're hungry during the shift period, have a small handful of nuts or a few slices of cucumber, light foods that won't disrupt digestion before your full meal. Make it enjoyable. Change your breakfast spot, try new recipes, or eat outside when weather allows. Positive rituals reinforce new habits. It's also important to track how you feel. Keep a simple journal of your energy, sleep quality, and physical comfort over the weeks. Many seniors report better bowel regularity, improved mental clarity, and reduced mid-morning fatigue, all just from adjusting breakfast timing. Lastly, talk to your doctor if you're managing diabetes or taking medication affected by meals. A personalized plan ensures you stay safe while making changes. Small steps, big results. Shifting your morning rhythm might be the simplest, most natural boost your body's been waiting for. When making any lifestyle change, especially around nutrition, it's easy to get caught up in trying to do everything perfectly. But for seniors, what matters far more than perfection is consistency. Your body thrives on rhythm, and establishing a steady mealtime rhythm can unlock powerful benefits for senior wellness. Think of your body as a clock. When you eat at roughly the same time each day, your body learns when to expect nutrients, when to produce digestive enzymes, and when to initiate repair and recovery processes. This predictability enhances digestion, energy levels, and muscle maintenance. On the other hand, wildly fluctuating meal times, even with healthy food, can confuse your internal systems. It's not about being exact to the minute, but aiming for a consistent window. For instance, eating breakfast between 8 to 8:30 a.m. most days creates a dependable rhythm your body can align with. It's also okay to have days when things shift, travel, doctor's appointments, or social events happen. The key is not to give up or feel discouraged. One off day doesn't undo progress. Just return to your regular routine the next day. You don't need to track every calorie or own a fancy watch. You just need to respect your body's internal signals, honor its preferred rhythm, and build habits you can enjoy and maintain. This approach not only strengthens muscles, it supports emotional well-being too. Predictability lowers stress, improves sleep, and fosters a sense of stability in a world that often feels uncertain. So instead of chasing perfection, choose consistency. It's gentler. It's more forgiving. And for seniors, it's the kind of rhythm that leads to lasting health and strength. When seniors consistently eat at times misaligned with their body's natural rhythm, the effects may not show immediately, but they build over time. Poorly timed meals can lead to inefficient protein absorption, weakening muscles even if nutrient intake seems adequate. This contributes to faster muscle loss, sarcopenia, reduced balance, and a greater risk of falls. In addition, blood sugar fluctuations become more common, especially if breakfast is skipped or overly delayed. This can result in fatigue, brain fog, or even dizziness mid-morning. Over months, such patterns can quietly increase the risk of insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Finally, irregular eating times can interfere with sleep patterns and hormone regulation, especially cortisol and melatonin. Seniors may experience disrupted sleep, poorer mood regulation, and a general decline in vitality. In short, misaligned meal timing isn't just a habit, it's a health risk. Thankfully, it's also one of the easiest things to fix, with lasting rewards. I'm Dr. Grace Mitchell, a geriatric health expert with over 15 years in senior care. Many older adults believe nutrition is just about what you eat, but when you eat can be just as important, especially after age 60. As we age, our body's hormonal rhythms shift. Insulin sensitivity declines, muscle breakdown accelerates, and digestion slows. If meals, especially protein-rich ones, are mistimed, the nutrients may not be used effectively. That means your body might be fed, but your muscles and energy systems are still running on empty. I often recommend my patients begin their day with light movement, water, and sunlight. Then, wait 60 to 90 minutes before eating a well-balanced meal with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. This aligns with your body's peak absorption window and supports both strength and metabolism. It's never too late to start. Even a simple shift in meal timing can reduce fatigue, improve muscle tone, and enhance mental clarity. Listen to your body's rhythm. When you eat with it, not against it, your whole system functions better. Gentle changes, done consistently, are powerful. And for seniors, they often mean the difference between simply aging and aging well. If you've never thought about when you eat as much as what you eat, now is the perfect time to begin. A simple shift, waiting an hour, adding morning protein, or sticking to a routine, could transform your energy, strength, and independence. At Elderly and Health, we believe senior wellness starts with listening to your body's natural rhythm. Try adjusting your breakfast timing this week and notice the difference. And if this helped you, share it with someone you care about, because small changes often lead to lasting health. Your best years can still be ahead, with just one mindful morning at a time.